Okay, so I've gone and made some significant tweaks to the highway here, but just got this intersection here up on, or interchange, up on this flatter sort of area, and then I'm going to pull down the off-ramps off of that. And this is a situation where their fine road heights mod is really useful, because without it we kind of get these gimpy looking like toboggan slope things coming off the end of the interchange here. But with the fine road heights you can see I'm plus 3 meters up. I can go up to, what key am I using again for that? Totally blanked on that. Right, yes, of course, I'm using the standard page up, page down. So if I page up, you can see that's 6 meters up, that's 3 meters up, and that is 0, so the normal default level. So we're going to keep that at 3 and just bring a little piece off of like here, and then take it down to normal height, and something like, I've got to get this to work with everything, so something like that. That's down at normal height now. And then bring that around like that or something. Yeah, we'll work that out in a bit. But yeah, you can see that does give a much nicer, it's not perfect, but a much nicer gradient than we would get normally. It does look kind of cool having the cutout between the two different roads there. So let's go and connect this up now, and I want to get something of the same sort of connection that I used on the city sort of main entrance there. So let's take that off, do something like that, and then this, something like that. Is that okay? Yeah, I think that's okay. So flip this one, that's all heading in the right direction, and let's get the trees off of that just so it feels more industrial like. There we go. Okay, oh, power. Sorry, power. Power needs to reconnect. Go and sit there, and then reconnect for us. Very good. Okay, electricity availability is very good there, as we can see. And that looks nice now. We've got a extra city connection there, and we should see a lot of this traffic here start to clear up very nicely for us. So we're running on speed 3, we'll let that go for a bit, and I'm sure that's going to sort itself out as all of our sims here recalculate their new routes. Meanwhile, we need to get about expanding further here and getting more residential in. Let's take it down to speed 2 again. It's pretty much time for us to add a further block onto here. So let's go down this way now. And what do we want to do here? Well, I guess I want to continue with this main sort of avenue thing, but it's not going to be quite as blocky and straight. Or is it? Let's see. So if we come straight, if we came straight down to like there, how does... Yeah, okay. That sits okay. So if we do something like that, and then across, maybe with one of the smaller streets? Which way are we going? So maybe with this one coming like across like this. Okay, that's like the basis of like a block there. And then we can go and work in the inside here and fill all of this in. Alrighty, so this is what I've come up with here. So we've got sort of city blocky area here, comes down here, and then we have this nice organic looking windy road that sort of goes out here towards the interchange. And I am thinking that we're going to put like a big park in this area and have this be a little bit of a green space in the city, and then maybe later on we'll go and build up over here and get some high-rise buildings happening around it with this sort of little park area here, which I think will look pretty damn cool. And actually, this might be a good time to actually change these roads and go and use this one here, which is a new one that comes with the expansion. So it's a road with a bicycle lane on it. So bikes can come through and ride, or have a specific lane on the road to actually ride on. So let's unpause here. So if that's going to be like a park, that'll be pretty cool to have people sort of riding down the bike paths here. And maybe we can put a few little shops in somewhere down here, just to give people more of a reason to actually go down this way. That seems pretty cool. Let's fill some of this zoning in first. Well, we're here. So we do have a lot of demand for residential and commercial. So we'll go and high density residences, all of that. And I think all of this too would be a good idea. And now I want to put some of the commercial in. I would like low density commercial along here, please. And I think along there as well, a little row of shops there. And let's just nib that out and that out and get some more low density commercial there. Okay, and we need water in this new area, so let's get that happening. Straight down here, straight in along this road, just bring it back a touch, there we go. And then follow the windy road like this, and join up. There we go, there we go. Okay, that's all covered, and the nighttime has descended upon the city again. Let's keep zoning this. We have quite a big residential demand at the moment. So, do we want all of that to be like all high-rise? I think we do. High-rise all of that. Then, I guess all of this could be low density. That's cool. That will give a nice little contrast there. And we'll chuck this in. Chuck that in as high density. Make sure it got that bit. I think it did. And we'll keep the high density residences in here. And also on that side, we want that to look quite built up, I think. We'll see how that goes. I do want to do more zoning. I do want to get more things in here. Might be nice to fill in this little area as well a bit. Let's see what we can do about a little road in here. So, something coming out. Well, it's got to come off of this intersection clearly. So if we just had something coming, maybe just like that, and then running up there and running down there. That's cool. I can deal with that. and we'll put some residences in on both of those blocks. And obviously this is the bus station. Okay, that's the bus station. So actually, sorry guys, sorry, I'm actually gonna take you guys out, and I'm gonna put commercial just in there, and in there / here, because the noise will be too much for you, I promise you. I'm saving you from a terrible fate of living in a noisy house. Cool. That's going to start coming in. Fire going on here. The fire trucks are already there, so that's good. Does look very nice at night. I think with the water around, it kind of makes things not seem as dark. From some of the other stuff that I've seen on YouTube, it does look, can look very dark at night, but let's go and watch the sunset here. I think the sun is coming up. Sunrise, sorry. Look at that. That is very cool. Sun rises in the sky. Got this beautiful orange here. The shadows all changing. The light's starting to flicker off. They've done a superb job with the way the lighting works. As I said, there are a couple of problems maybe during the day. It does look a little bit saturated at times as well. They did really increase the saturation a lot. I do notice on the landscape a lot more. This yellow is a lot more obvious than it was before the patch and the expansion. But overall, I think it looks really, really cool. Very, very cool. And I've got the clouds turned off as well, which I like with that cloud toggling mod. When you're zoomed out like this, sometimes the clouds kind of obscure your city a bit, and it's just not as nice to look at for me, so this is what I like to do. Let's get back in and see what's happening here. Is that not enough goods or not enough customers? Why do I always click the road? Not enough educated workers. That's right, education has been a bit of an issue for us and continues to be. We need more schools. Let's go and get another school that can service this area. Chuck it down here. And it is definitely time we got a high school in as well. And we are starting to make some actual money now. So it isn't going to be too much of an issue for us to drop a high school here somewhere. Where am I going to put this? Thinking maybe right here. I like that. Right in... which side? That side. That's good. Look at all the happy faces. Very nice. How much coverage does that provide? Let's have a look. Okay. So that covers pretty well this whole side of the city. Later on we will get one maybe in here or something. But for the moment it's going to be okay. And as we extend these roads out here, this will start to cover quite a good little area. So that's high school, and a university, that's going to be a later on thing for us, definitely. Elementary school capacity is still a bit down, but you know, hey, we've got 3 of them. And we'll bump it up a bit later when cash is a bit less of an issue for us. Jails. We're starting to need jail capacity, so we're going to have to think about jail, a jail spot as well, which I do think affects land value, so maybe somewhere off near the industrial area is going to be a good spot for our jail. Got an abandoned building here. Abandoned, doesn't say why. I'm not sure if it ever does tell you why they get abandoned. And we've got a fire going on here. You need garbage. How is our garbage looking? Ah, it's an incineration problem again. Okay, we're going to put another incinerator in here somewhere and probably end up bulldozing a bit of industry because of it. Let's try and take out the least amount of buildings. I guess just these two here. Or what if we let's do that. Those look smaller. I guess that's a thing. We'll put that there. Bumps up our incineration status a little bit. Cool. Let's just catch up on the chirper here. No, apparently not. There's nothing in there. Fair enough. And another abandoned building. Now, let's keep on with this area. Just keep zoning in the rest of this. So I guess we'll do more high density right here. And then this, we'll go and chuck a bit more commercial, just in like that. And then the rest of this I'm just going to leave to see what we can do with some sort of park thing a little bit later. We do also have a growing industrial demand, so I'm going to go and put some more industrial on this side here, but I think I'm going to look at specialising into lumber, because there should be a nice little patch, it's a nice thick green patch of lumber right there. Let's pause here. I'm going to have to drop this. And the way I like to set up my lumber yards is this. Grab 2 lanes straight, and now it looks like, okay, it looks, yeah, okay, so the thickest bit is sort of in here somewhere. Now we're not going to be able to be too fussy with that, but try our best to get most of it. So what I like to do with the timber is something like this. Let's go like that. So put a bunch of just straights in like this. It's a bit too close. Okay. And one more here. A little bit closer maybe. There we go. Let's just extend that, and extend that, and extend that, and just do that. Okay. And then I go and grab a dirt road, just for flavour. Obviously it's probably not as good with traffic, but that being said, I don't tend to get too many traffic problems in these areas. So do little, let's take the snapping off, do a little, snapping off, little thing like this, and then like that, and again, and then another one, say here, like this, like that, like this, and like that. Okay. And we can always extend that a bit. Let's go grab this, and boom. You are industrial. And now I'm looking for the district button. Where's the districts? Here we go. Medium size paint district. So we'll go straight. Gotta try and snap it to the road there. Not really behaving for me. Along the road, there we go. And along the road here. And along the road there. Very nice. Just tuck this in. Beautiful, beautiful. And let's rename this to the Newdale Timberyard. And don't forget to add the specialization. Specialization, where are we? Forestry. Beautiful. Beautiful. And then I am going to need to connect that as well with this. Okay, okay. So we're going to need some on-off ramp type things happening here. So, going to have to come off from here. What if we just did something pretty simple? So we just have, say, an off from, say, there, up, say coming off like this, say like that, and then like that, and let's just get that right down to ground level. How do I want that to go? Just straight down? I want it a bit of a turn like that, and then around to say there, and pretty well straight, like so this, and this, and then curving in and in. Beautiful. And then just coming out of, say, here, and going out, out, out. There we go. There we go. That is going to work just fine. But the power here is not going to work just fine. No, it's not. Okay, we're going to need to de-zone this. De-zone, say, like, all of that, and all of that. And let's just get rid of this whole thing. And run a new line. Run a new line here, and just hit that corner. And we'll get that to fill in. Everyone's going to run out of power for a minute here. Is the city actually going to go dark? Will that happen? Do we see lights turning off there? It's a bit hard to tell. It's not hugely obvious. Don't see anything. Some of the buildings are a bit darker, so I guess that could indicate that the lights are turning off. Is this starting to come in now? It does look like it is. Yes, indeed. So let's just keep this zoning going, like, all the way to the end there. And we'll go and get another power line. We'll just get it happening here so that it's there for once the power does arrive. We'll do something like this, and then we're going to need to go up and across and then down, say, into there. There we go. And that's not the worst looking power line in the world either. You do have to have power lines somewhere, just so long as they're not kind of everywhere and getting in the way and looking horrible. And I think that's going to connect up the rest of the power now, has it? Almost. Here we go. See any lights turning back on when that happens? Not really. But I guess we didn't hit enough of a power deficit for it to be an issue. Alrighty. Okay, so we've put this little bit in there. We've chucked a timber area in, which needs more water. We've already got one pipe heading through there. Let's chuck, say, like a little side thing, like that, and then that, and that, and do the same thing down this road. This, and send that like that. Guess that. Pretty cool. Alright, well I think I'm going to put a cut in the video here. So, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.